Hello, my name is Talethea, and I am hoping that you all will come along with me as I work and plan and research and execute my intent to go from working from home full-time to living on board cruise ships while also working full-time. So let's do it.
That was so much easier than I thought it would be. Renewing your passport. The last time we had a discussion about passports, I walked you through the steps to get yours, right? Going to the travel.state.gov website, which is still what I had to do, but the renewal process was so much easier than I thought it would be because I did it online. So let's talk about that. So the first thing I had to do was go to Walgreens. I apparently they are amazing with this. I walked in. I told the lady at the photo booth at the photo counter that I wanted to have an updated passport picture, and she came right out and helped me. I was done in like less than 10 minutes. So if you haven't been to a Walgreens and you live under a rock somewhere, that's okay. We won't judge you. Come from beneath the rock. But this is a photo booth, right? And as you can see, it's already set up. Somebody had been there before me, so the little screen for the passport is right there. And then these chairs that are on the side, that was actually the kiosk where we printed it, but we'll get to that in a second. So we went over to the screen. It was already pulled down, like I mentioned, and I just had to set myself up. This was me trying it out while waiting for her. And the really nice lady that took my picture, who also gave me her permission to use her image, she came over to take the picture for me for my passport. She took a good amount, I think like 3 or 4 different ones just to be sure she got it right. She did a great job. And when she was finished, she took it over to the kiosk, the one that I just pointed to. So she just took the card out of the camera and popped it right in. It didn't take long at all for the pictures to pop up. She picked the one that worked best, which was pretty straightforward. Have you noticed the absence of teeth? Apparently, I know the last time I took my passport picture, I was able to smile. In fact, my resting face is a smile. So for this one, she was like, "Yep, no teeth." So I had to. So what you got there is no teeth at all. But I guess that's another updated rule. So if you've had a passport, which you have, obviously, if you're trying to renew it, keep that in mind. Whatever you do for your face, you might want to practice whatever look you want to use without teeth present, without any teeth showing. So work on your smile for that, y'all. And in no time at all, it was done. She processed the thing, she pushed the button, it was done. And then we had to wait a couple minutes for her to go behind the desk and actually process the photo. You had to submit it and then, add all your information from Walgreens. But like your email address and stuff for your account, if you have one. But she was able to go like right behind the desk and just upload it, right? It took no time at all. This was the picture that she rested on. Pretty straightforward. As you can see, I know I mentioned in my other passport video, and we can talk about it a little bit here, things that are very important. So you need to have a background. There can't be anything there. You can't have anything covering your face, not like your hair or a hat or anything along those lines. And you have to be centered. Your face has to be, even when she had it on that machine earlier, you'll notice how she had my face like it was mixed. It was purposely in that oval. In fact, this is kind of how they have to set it up on the machine, on the kiosk over there, to be sure that your face is lined up perfectly to show the way it'll need to once you get your passport. So this was the price list. As you can see, it wasn't very expensive. They're right at the bottom there. I did end up spending a little bit more than that because my grandson was with me and, well, he makes requests and he gets them because he's the best. But this is how much we paid for, and here again, you see how it's the free same day pickup. So they'll take care of it right there. You go in, you request it, you get your pictures, and then you're all done, which is extremely convenient. Gosh. In fact, that's a lot more convenient than the very first time I got it because this time, another thing that I mentioned earlier, when you renew your passport, I did mine online. You don't, when you renew it, when you do it initially, you have to mail in all your documents. So they take like your birth certificate, your driver's license, and the application and all the other things that you need to have with it. But for this time, and I'll show you what I mean. When I renewed it online, all I really needed was my updated picture and then my new address information and things like that. I did get the passport card and the passport book. I didn't do that last time. Before I only got the passport book. This time I got the card as well. Now, from what I understand, it's not like the passport card can substitute your passport book. But from what I understand, a lot of times, especially with cruising, when people will get off the ship, sometimes they'll leave their passport book on the ship, like in the safe, and then they'll travel, go out and do the excursions and things like that with their passport card, just in case they lose it, they drop it, pickpockets, I don't know, whatever. So I did want to have both. I don't know. I don't know if I'll need them both, but I would rather have them both and not need them, right, than wish I had gotten it. So I just got them both this time. Another thing that's important is when you renew your passport, you also don't need to pay the facilities fee that you have to pay the first time when you submit your application. So that was something nice too. I didn't have to pay both. So this is the website, right? The travel.state.gov. So that's the website where you need to go to. So as you can see there, it does, that blue square is there is what you need to click in order to start the process to do anything with your passport. After that, you can click the blue link there to indicate that you want to renew your passport. So keep in mind, y'all, that there are a good amount of things that you'll want to consider while if you're trying to renew your passport online. Like, it's an easier process, but you do definitely want to be sure to click the link there that tells you about just the different qualifications or things that might be in place that may or may not cause problems or impede your progress if you want to have it. And then here, just let it know that just click that you want to be able to renew. And this is where you get to the point where you can like click there to renew it and apply now. Like, one of the things that's really helpful is it does go out through the different steps that you'll have to take. And here again, there's also a space there for you to be able to look over the different regulations to be sure that you do qualify for renewal, like online renewal. This was the cool part. So it's telling you that it'll be done in about 10 minutes or less. That is totally true. I don't even think it took me 10 minutes to do it. Is some information that you have to update, to be sure to confirm your eligibility to be able to do it online. And these are the prices. So this is the cost for the passport book and the passport card. So I did pay the $160. Now this says the processing takes about 4 to 6 weeks, and then it'll be mailed to you. One of the things that was helpful to me is I was able to put in the dates of my cruise. And because that, I'm assuming that had something to do with it. They did let me know that I should receive my passport. And the date there was like 5 or 6 days before the day of my actual cruise. So that matters, which is good. And that's not quite 4 to 6 weeks out either. So that was really helpful. It's good to know that that's something that's being considered in this whole process, right? So I finished up my application. I got all the information that was in. Obviously I was able to qualify to be able to do it online. There were a few questions, so there is a criteria, so you'll want to check that out for yourself. Another thing to keep in mind is all this information that I'm discussing, this is my experience, this is how I'm doing it. If y'all intend to do this online, this information is valid, and it was valid from my experience as of today. Things change all the time, so go and do some research and be sure that it's something that's still in place when it's time for you to travel or when it's time for you to look for the information you need. So keep that in mind. But I did go ahead. I was able to go ahead and completely get it done. And then they send me an email. They'll send you an email letting you know that it's all complete. And the good thing about that is you see that hyperlink there. Apparently you are able to get updates. They'll email them to you as your application is being processed. But you can also use that link in order to be able to go to the website and get your own updates. I've heard different things as far as the just how reliable those updates are, but I don't know. I haven't had any issues with it. Other people that I've spoken to have. So here again, do your own research, figure out what works best for you. But yeah, it was really an easy process. Like I said, once I was able to get my updated picture and get home and do this, the whole process was less than 10 minutes. So go ahead and get that passport renewed if you were like me and let it get expired. Or if it's not expired, but you're being a responsible, societally functioning human being and took care of it before it gets expired. So either way, y'all, that was the process. So let me know what you think. Have you done this before? Are you somebody who, for some reason, wasn't able to renew it online? Did you have to go into the post office? Why? Like, what was different for you? Let's have this discussion so other folks can learn from our experience too. Either way, looking forward to talking to y'all and taking y'all along as I continue my process to go from working from home to working and living full time on cruise ships. Y'all like and follow, subscribe here on YouTube, right? You got to keep up with how things are going on. And also be sure to comment. Let us know what your experience is and what questions you have. Y'all take care. Have a good day. And thanks for listening.